Good morning, first grade. I hope everyone's having a great day today. All right, so we are going to talk a little bit more about what do you do with a tale like this. So the other day, you listened to the story for the first time and you shared some of the things that you noticed and wondered about the text. I hope you enjoyed it and that you learned something interesting about an animal that maybe you didn't know before. I know I certainly did. So today, we are working on our one bite of pizza question. What is happening in what do you do with a tale like this? And if you remember, we've been learning about a certain strategy that helps us to, organize, make sense of, understand, and remember what we read in a text. Just like when we used to use a story map to help us make sense of a fiction story, we've been using this strategy. Do you remember what it's called? Yeah, the buttons and boxes strategy to help us understand and find the details and the main topic or main idea of a section of a text as well as the whole text itself. So we've done this with me, Jane, and the seahorse. And now we're going to use the same strategy to help us figure out and answer the question, what is happening and what do you do with a tale like this? All right, so today together we are going to take a look at some sections of the text and figure out what the details and what the main topic is of those sections. And then your job today is going to be to try your best to take the main topics of all of the sections and share with me through the seesaw activity what you think the main topic of the whole text is. So we'll get to that in just a moment, but let's first take a look at one specific part. So let me open up the book. All right, so we are at this first section. It says, what do you do with a nose like this? So I'm going to turn the page and let's think about what are some of the details that we have read from this page. All right, I see one. If you're a platypus, you use your nose to dig in the mud. That's a detail. I'm going to put that in my box. If you're a hyena, you find your next meal with your nose. That's another detail I see in this section. So if you're a hyena, you find your next meal. That goes in the box. And one more, if you're a mole, you use your nose to find your way underground. There's another detail from this section that I'm going to put in the box. So I have my button or my detail about the platypus digging in the mud with his nose, the hyena finding his next meal with the nose, and a mole using his nose to find his way underground. So thinking about all of the buttons that are in this box, all of the details, what do you think is the main topic of this section? Yeah, it's different ways animals use their nose, right? All of these details have to do with the ways different animals use their nose for different things. All right, let's take a look at another section. All right, so this page says, what do you do with ears like these? Let's go ahead and look for some details on the next page. All right, it says, if you're a bat, you see with your ears. That's a detail, right? I'm going to go ahead and put that in my box. You see with your ears if you're a bat. All right, what about if you're a hippopotamus, you close your ears when you're underwater. That's another specific detail or button about this section. All right, hippopotamuses close their ears. And then if you're a jackrabbit, you use your ears to keep cool. All right, here we have another detail, another button. If you're a jackrabbit, you use your ears to keep cool. All right, so we have, excuse me, a bat seeing with its ears, a hippopotamus closing its ears when it goes underwater, and a jackrabbit keeping cool with its ears. What do all of these details tell us about? What do they all have in common? What would be the main topic of this section or this box? Yeah, it's the different ways animals use their ears. Excellent. All right, very good. You are doing a great job with buttons and boxes. Let's look at one more section. Okay, here we are. What do you do with feet like these? Let's see some of the specific details. All right, if you're a chimpanzee, you feed yourself with your feet. That's a detail, right? I'm going to put that into the box. Chimpanzee feeds themselves with their feet. If you're a water strider, you use your feet to walk on water. So a water strider walks on water with its feet. I'm going to stick that button or detail in the box. And then one more, if you're a gecko, you use your sticky feet to walk on the ceiling. If you're a gecko, you use your sticky feet to walk on the ceiling. There's another detail. I'm going to put that into the box. I'm going to close it up. And what do all of these details have in common? What are they all telling about? Yeah, excellent. Great job. All of the different ways that animals use their feet. So the different ways animals use their feet. Some animals use their feet. So you may have noticed that this book follows a bit of a pattern, right? It shows us an animal part or a feature. And then on the next page, it gives us specific details about how different animals use that feature. So we want to think about all of those main topics we just went over to try to help you come up with the main topic of the whole text. So let's take a look at them all at one time. Okay, so on the pages that we looked at, I have put our main topics into a chart. On page 3 to 6, it said animals use their noses in many different ways. On page 7 to 10, it says animals use their ears in many different ways. And 19 to 22 says animals use their feet in many different ways. So as we just mentioned, I'm noticing a pattern with the way the book is set up, right? Each section tells us about a different feature. So putting all of those topics together, all of those main topics of the sections, I'd like you to do your best to share with me what you think the main topic of the whole text is. And I'm going to read you one page from the text that I think might help you with this. So let's check out the book. 1 second. All right. So just listen to this first part and see if this helps you to start thinking about what the main topic of this whole text is. It says animals use their noses, ears, tails, eyes, mouths, and feet in very different ways. See if you can guess which animal each part belongs to and how it is used. At the back of the book, you can find out more about these animals. So I hope that helps you to think about what the main topic of the whole text could be. And I can't wait to hear what you think. So just remember, think about the pattern of the book. Each book tells about a different feature, or I'm sorry, each section tells about a different feature and how different animals use those features. So how can we turn that into a main topic for the whole text? All right, I can't wait to hear what you think. Feel free to write it or type it, or if you want to record yourself telling me the main topic of the text. Either way works great, and I can't wait to hear what you think. All right, bye guys. Let me know if you have any questions.